Well, hello, it's Bob here in the Dean's office, the College of Engineering at the University of South Florida on day 36 of Operation Engineering. How are you doing? And I hope this message finds you and your loved ones and your family and your friends healthy and safe. So today is the start of week 8. It's hard to believe that we've been doing this for 7 weeks. So take a look at the message today. I present a photo montage created by Ryan Wakefield of the opening screens of each of the days that we talked together and shared and supported each other. It's kind of interesting to look at how the screenshots have morphed over time. But that makes sense because I had no pre-planned storybook. I had no script. I just spoke from the heart and shared personal glimpses into my life and shared personal glimpses into your life you've shared with me in terms of your workspaces and your pets and your art and your music and your poetry and your gardening and all the things that you chose to share with me. So where do we go from here? Thought about it over the weekend, and my conclusion is still developing, but it goes something like this, and I'm interested in how you feel about this. It seems that week 1 through week 7, the theme was remote operations, transitioning to remote operations, and stay at home. And the anxiety and feelings that came along with that was something that I sensed that we could all help each other by sharing our experiences and our photos and our stories. But now things are starting to change a little bit. We're starting to transition back to a new normal. Today, salons are open, barbershops are open, restaurants are open to some extent midweek, last week. So now I'm thinking, okay, what are the stressors? Well, I think now the question is, when do we venture out? How far do we venture out? Is it time to venture out? So I think there are still anxieties and still questions in our mind about where we go from here. So that's why I think that we should continue our journey together through these messages and videos. We'll call it Operation Engineering. How are you doing? Transitioning to a new normal. So this will be the first day of that. We'll just keep the order numbering system going. But one thing that I think will be different is we won't necessarily need to do this each and every day. So what I'll do is we'll monitor the inputs, the stories, the photos that you send in, your thoughts, and when we get an amount that makes sense, we'll put together a message and we'll put together a video. So that could occur every day, or it could occur once a week, or it could occur multiple times a week. So let me know what you think about that. I do think we should stay in touch. We should continue to support each other, but maybe in a slightly different way as we transition to this new normal. So today's quote was submitted to us. I read one, and he says that if you're looking for a quote that is relevant to our current pandemic-affected lives, this one seems to be right on the spot. It's a quote by Eleanor Roosevelt. If life were predictable, it would cease to be life and be without flavor. Well, certainly life is somewhat unpredictable these days. I don't believe any of us could have predicted COVID-19. I think some of us thought that something might happen someday, but we weren't ready for this. We are handling it quite well. And, as I indicated to you many times in the past, College of Engineering transitioned very effectively. So take a look at the hometown map. We now have over 1,600 views. We have someone from Los Alamos, New Mexico, and someone from Chicago, Illinois. Got some really nice stories today. I'd like to bring your attention to Dr. Henrik Vianti. He lives on a farm, and he writes a very, very nice story about his farm and sends in some beautiful photos. So as you all know, Linda and I, we have a farm ourselves in Virginia, although we don't raise crops, so we just have retired horses there. But it's a very beautiful place that you have there, and thanks for sharing that. And then Redwan also sent in a very nice note where he describes some of the creative things he's doing with his robotics course. So please take a look at that. I mean, as he says, if it weren't for the COVID-19, he probably wouldn't have had the time to do this. But he's taken the time, and I think it's an amazing result that he has. The other thing I want to point out is that he sent in some photos of his pets. And this is a first for the College of Engineering. They are dwarf hamsters. Take a look at those photos. Very interesting. So now I learned that we have dwarf hamsters. We have shrimp pets. We have a whole variety of interesting and beautiful pets. So thanks for sharing that, Redmond. So as always, I want to thank you all for all that you do for our students, all that you do for each other, and for making this project so successful here in phase 1, where we transition to remote operations and stay at home. And please continue to support the project as we move to transitioning to a new normal. I think it will be very interesting to see where we go, and we'll make sure that we get there together. So as always, stay safe, be well, and we'll talk soon.